And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WrestlePurists Worldwide after the longest countdown we have ever done in the history of this platform. Thank you.
It's not true, actually.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. We're like 8 minutes into this video. Thank you for joining. We're past 5 minutes, so I can say bad words, thankfully. I'm your host, Ebu WrestlePurists, better known to me of you guys as Backup Hangman. I am very, very tired. I just got out of an interrogation room, legitimately. I'm not kidding. I have bruises on my face. I had guns pointed at me for the last 4 hours. It was not very fun, but I handled that situation.
What, dragging me into it?
No, I did not do that.
But, the black vans were at his house. He was messaging me for information that I couldn't give him. You know?
It was crazy. I went outside to walk the dog. I went to walk Pena, and I get my mouth taped and I'm shoved into a fucking van, but I handled that whole situation. And everything is clear for now. I'm missing a finger, but everything's clear. Ebu, how was Guantanamo Bay? Not fun. Not fun at all. Not fun at all. I gotta be honest with you. Very scary. I get why Phoenix wants to leave. I saw him when I was there. I said,
get him out of there.
Yeah, I called him Carnal. I said, ¿Cómo está? And he couldn't respond to me. His mouth was taped.
What is that?
He just gave me a nod. You know what I mean? An approving nod. His hands were tied together. And I said hi to him. I said, "What's up to Miro?" He's gone full gray now. I went to Miro and he has a big afro now. It's
Keith Lee.
Yeah,
gone silver.
No, I didn't see Keith. I was like, "Where did Keith go?" His chair was just empty, and I asked everybody where Keith was, and they all got eerily silent. I was like, are we not supposed to talk about Keith? What's going on with Keith? And no one gave an answer on Keith. But yeah, Miro says hi. And that's fun. But folks, we're going to be here for the next 90 minutes. We might talk about pro wrestling, I suppose. It was a very active weekend. I was at Hammerstein Ballroom for GCW's return. GCW, The People versus GCW, which was very aptly named as a show. I watched that in person. Well, most of it. I left during the main event, but I was there, and I'll talk about that. We'll talk about all the other latest news in pro wrestling. Lots going on, man. People are in Guantanamo Bay. Other people are being threatened to be sent to Guantanamo Bay. People are escaping Guantanamo Bay. Some exciting wrestling happened. Christopher Daniels had his last match on Saturday. Jordynne Grace is going to WWE. Britt Baker is potentially on the outs. I got some information on Britt Baker for you guys. I'm excited to hear what Anna has to say. I'm curious to see what her live reaction will be to my additional information, because I got some information on Britt Baker. Yeah, I got some information on Britt. Anytime there's a Britt Baker day, Anna, 5 people from AEW call me to just vent. It's fascinating. They're like, so here's the
even I got news one time. It's people. You know.
Oh, listen, on a Britt Baker day, the production person's mother will call you and be like, I fucking hated her. It's like, all right, cool. Thank you, production person's mother. I haven't said this yet, guys. Please make sure to like the video. It helps us pay our bills and all that shit. And leave a comment after the video is done. But in the meantime, send us your super chats, because that'll frankly be most of this podcast probably. Send us your super chats. We'll go through them. We'll have some fun. And we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But before we get right to that, Monty, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm happy that you got out alive.
I'm very tired.
I was worried, bro. I was worried. Yeah, you was tired, you know what I mean? You're lethargic. You just got out. You know what I mean? You had the GCW black vans pull up on you last night. Yes. They stopped you on the bus. It was crazy.
Yeah.
They pulled it over.
I did GCW. We got hit with a snowstorm over here. A serious snowstorm. I may or may not have slipped on ice. Didn't sleep well. AEW pointed a gun to my mouth for 4 hours. But I'm here.
4 hours? How they got that kind of power over you, bro? What's going on? What's going on over there?
They don't have power, but you gotta understand, Monty. When you make mob deals, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, or else you lose a finger. You know what I mean? And the chainsaw was coming.
You said you lost a finger, so you lost it, bro.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll still be awake for tonight's Fightful Raw report. But there you go. Anna, how are you? It's good to see you again. I didn't see you last week. I was subjected to that fucking Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson picture, which I truthfully never want to see again. But it's nice to see you, actually. How are you doing today?
So I'm doing very well.
Come on, man.
I'm doing.
I can't be the
No,
only person.
Does anybody need that? Like, does anyone need that at this point?
it's the best. It's the best picture ever. Today, one of those days, throwing something in the grill, no specific reason, just some very nice news. Today I had two very nice realizations. One, I'm not American, and two, Britt Baker might be gone. So just amazing
Oh,
things to
man.
realize. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear this information. I don't want to be like too excited because it always seems to be the case with Tony when those stories come out and people say something about Brits, then he books a match for her like the week after, and then she's back and the whole celebration was for nothing. So I'm waiting. I'm still a bit cautious about the information, but I really hope it's true because it's been done. You know what I mean?
I'm
So
looking forward.
Please tell me this information, please, Ivo.
I'm
I want
looking-
to be able to celebrate. I want to be fully happy. I've
I'm
spent the whole
looking
day
for-
just like smiling to myself. Like
Yeah. One of the few things to celebrate today, because But I'm very excited to give this information. It's been quite the day. It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Shout out to Martin Luther King. The FBI, Monty, they made a tweet today. The FBI was like, "We celebrate the accomplishments and achievements of Dr. King," and I was like, "Nigga, we can see you." It's like, what the fuck? You niggas killed him. What is this? Like, what? It's like someone in the replies, Monty, posted a picture of an R. Kelly quote where he basically was like, "Bill Cosby is a monster," and it was like, oh, wait, what the fuck? But let's go right to the super. You know what? Actually, before we go to the super chats, I'm just curious. What wrestling did you watch this weekend, Montel?
I watched little bits, but not enough.
You didn't watch anything, did you?
No, of course I did, bro. At GCW, you see me in the group chat talking about that. We even call it a show. what GCW was doing. But obviously he was there. I barely caught any of TNA, but I saw Redacted versus Jordynne Grace. And a few other little things,
I watched the beginning of that match, and then I wanted to finish it because I was enjoying it, but then AEW hogtied me. So
came through the windows.
Yeah, literally. Stop right there! Whoa, what the fuck, Tony? Stand still! Stand fucking still! It's like, wait, what the fuck's going on here? But watching the match reminded me, like, oh yeah, Tessa Blanchard's like, this freak is actually like a good wrestler, and that's why she's so controversial. Is the fact that like she threw her whole career away to be a fucking freak racist bitch. But yeah, I watched Mike Santana versus Josh Alexander because I was really excited to check that out. I'm a big fan of the reinvention Mike Santana has given of himself, and I thought it sucked. I thought the match sucked. So there you go.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's your report on that match. It's just the ref going, "Do you quit? No! Do you quit? No! I'll never quit!" I'm like, what the fuck? Every move, dude. Alexander has a chair over fucking Santana, and he's about to swing, and the ref's like, "Do you quit now?" And he's like, "I'll never quit. Never." How about now? No. How about now? The whole match. And then they start talking to each other midway. Fucking Alexander's like, "You will never be the face of TNA." Boom. And he's just like, "I'll never quit."
Then after the match, calls him the face of TNA.
I was like, this sucks. This fucking sucks. Why is all the
Bro,
wrestling?
it's a bad stipulation, bro. It's quite a bad stipulation.
Can't
lie.
Just quit when you quit. I think the ref can hear you. He doesn't have to fucking hold a mic to you every 2 seconds. I feel like once the guy's ready to quit, he'll tell you, ref. You don't have to fucking ask him every 2 fucking seconds. Fuck that shit. Anna, what did you watch this weekend?
Considering that this weekend we had TNA, GCW, and Collision, not much. Not a lot of things in that list that make me want to, let me watch some wrestling. I saw the Hangman Daniels match, and I saw Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley. Like
that was good. I thought that was very good.
She is beast. She's probably very happy today as well for other reasons.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's why she's on fire on Friday. She's getting ready.
Yeah, she was excited.
She's really becoming a complete wrestler. I gotta say, I watched that and I was like, man, Tiffany's. She's always been a good athlete, but now like the way she pieces it all together and naturally transitions from like portion to portion of the match. Like she's really gotten good at it. The match got 20 minutes too in the main event on TV. And right before she made her entrance, we got that Charlotte video package, which I don't think was a coincidence at all. So
yeah.
I think we're ready for some white excellence at WrestleMania between those two women. So I'm ready.
Blonde rights.
Yeah, blonde rights, exactly. Did you catch that one, Monty?
Yeah, I watched SmackDown. Tiffany, bro, she's a natural, and Bailey's just, you give Bailey 20 minutes in the main event, with someone as talented as Tiffany Stratton, you're gonna get good results, bro. And I really enjoyed it, man. It's probably one of my favorite matches from the weekend because the other two shows that I mentioned, GCW and TNA, like they were not great shows. TNA weren't exactly it weren't the disaster that GCW was, but obviously I watched Collision, like the Christopher Daniels Hangman match.
That was very good.
The main event that broke the internet, which
you actually watched that?
Which ended up just being like, all right,
It's just a match, right? Yeah.
It still made no sense, like Mox and Jericho and all that nonsense. So like the crash out online was still justified, but.
Well, because here's the thing, Monty. I don't think anybody that got mad were like, "Oh, this is going to with the people involved. This is going to be a dud." It's not about the work. You know what I mean? It's more like who needs that in their life,
bro.
It's just who needs that in their life. I don't look at a match that has FTR in it and. What are the good wrestlers in this match?
10 other people in it.
But there's other good wrestlers.
Had more people in it than the women's casino gauntlet, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, there actually was. The women's gauntlet had like 6 fucking people. I was like, damn.
Had 8 people to be exact.
Bro,
8 people.
It felt like those when the Divas in like 2010 would be like, it's time for a Divas Battle Royal. It's like 5 people fighting. It's like
yes. Oh my god.
You remember that, Anna? There would be like a Divas Battle Royal. They have a whole division. It's like 5 girls fighting. 2 of them are the Bellas. You're like,
or when they like we need a women's match. This is like the Divas tag, and then there's just put like fucking 10, 12 people in the ring, and the match will be 2 minutes.
Jesus Christ!
Correctly pointed out, yeah. Big Jim, this past weekend.
So that's what
he did it again. He did it again, Embu. He did it again.
Yeah, there were a couple nice matches on the SmackDown. Like Rey Mysterio faced Kevin Owens for the first time, and I like that. But Jimmy Uso, like he's like first of all, he looks like shit, right? And so like that's what makes this funnier. Is like he looks very disheveled, and he walks out there with his full body basketball outfit. And ever since War Games, he's just like, no, I'm tired of you guys calling me a shitter. I'm not a shitter. And he's working mellow. I'm like, this is going to be fine. And he gets the promo before he walks on. He's just kind of like, it's time for Big Jim Uso to do his thing. And he's like kind of like swiveling his head and shit and doing that thing he does. And he's just kind of like, Yeet Man got it going on Raw. It's time for Big Jim now. And you just hear the music and he's like walking out and shit. And I'm like, all right, what's this about to be? And what it was like, it was kind of sick. They're doing like back and forth moves. He's doing like moves and shit. Whisper in the Winds, topes, fucking like alley-oop cutters and shit. I was like, why is Jimmy like
he's a hooper? He's bad, bro. Like you said, he's in the chat online and he said, I've had enough, bro. Yes. And we're getting Uso in the wind. He was born a king. Listen, we're coming for what's the mid-card title on SmackDown? We're coming for the US title, bro.
All right, this is a problem.
Too much.
Bro, he's better than Shinsuke. We can go from here.
Nakamura's the worst wrestler in the world. Like,
yeah, exactly. So we can go from here to like here. You know what I'm saying?
All I know is this.
Have Andrade and Melo, we can go from here to here.
Please.
Andrade can beat Big Jim, bro.
Here's the thing. I watched that and I said to myself, Jimmy's better than Roman.
Wait.
You're gonna say Jay?
Wait.
No, I'm not. Yes, he's better than Jay. He's better than Roman. I'm watching the match. I'm like, this nigga's better than Roman Reigns.
One match, even.
This nigga's better than
WrestleMania.
They both had one match this year. Yeah. And I'm just saying. Now, you know what though? That Roman solo match was pretty decent.
It was fine, but it wasn't fine because of Roman's work. It's just
but it wasn't set up to be, bro.
It was not fine because of
it was bloodline rules, bro. It wasn't set up to be like, Roman, go out there and be crazy.
It was set up where it's exciting because of like the run-ins and all that chaotic shit. It's not like Roman Reigns was out there being a technician, and So that's that. The other
Was
Samoan that
Steve shouldn't be.
Jimmy Uso?
I guess Jimmy
He
Uso
was
looking like
Carmelo.
hey man, he's looking like
That's
he's
a
looking
cheat
like
code.
he looked good there. That's all I'm saying. He looked good. I'll tell you this: the other Samoan that impressed me on SmackDown, guys, was Jacob Fatu. My shirt evaporated off my body when this man came out. This man now he wears like this cool vest and shit, and he walks out. He looks so serious. And for a year, he's been like this lobotomized version of himself, where he just dick rides Solo Sikoa and goes like, "I love you, Solo. I love you, Solo." Like a fucking Pokemon, just does the same thing over and over again, right? But now that Solo lost to Falafel to Roman Reigns, we have Jacob Fatu here, and he's taking charge and he's
You
bullying.
lost the what?
The necklace.
The falafel?
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
The ulafala.
Ulafala. There we go.
The falafel.
My bad. My Please don't clip this. I'm so sorry. Please don't clip this. I am not culturally insensitive, I promise. But anyway, like fucking this guy Jacob, he's standing across the ring from Jimmy. He's beating dudes' asses, right? And he cuts this. Solo walks out. For those of you that missed this, Solo's back after losing to Roman Reigns. He's all fucking depressed. He wanted to talk. He drops the mic and leaves. He walks out. And Jacob just starts rambling. I don't even know what he's talking about. Here's a little inside scoop. His direction for his promo backstage, he was not scripted. It was just, "You're mad." On MLK. He was instructed to just be mad and rant. And so he just starts going like, "Y'all think I'm crazy? Y'all think I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm tired of this stuff, man. Man, no more. We're not playing no more games. We just getting started." He's talking his shit. And I'm like, man, this is incredible. And then Braun Strowman comes out, lariats Tamatanga, and he fucking gets in the ring, rips his shirt off, and then fucking Jacob does that weird little dance thing he does. I'm like, oh my God, let's go. Oh my God, I'm ripping every article of clothing off my body. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then fucking Tamatanga pulls him out the ring, and I'm like, oh, you piece of shit. So that was the highlight of my weekend. And I guess
got the big match announcement as well for the weekend.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu
Yeah,
versus Braun Strowman at Saturday Night's Main Event to go along with fucking Braun Breaker versus Sheamus, which I'm very excited for. And a match I'm not quite as excited for, which is Jey Uso versus Gunther. So there you go. But
The chat was bro. The chat wants you out of here, bro.
why
Like,
would I do?
you was just recapping with, like, Jacob Fatu doing his thing. You get me? And you know the chat was just killing you, bro. You know, I put one little thing on, but they didn't stop, bro. They did not stop. I think you need to apologize to the island of relevancy, bro. Like, because like when you said it, I thought you did it on purpose, and I was just kind of like, whatever. You know, I was just kind of like, that was just kind of like some dumb joke, you know. And Anna was like, "Did you say falafel?" Then you tried when you tried, you tried palming it off like, "Oh, it was an accident," but the chat's not buying it, bro.
They're not
buying it, bro. They're not buying it.
Assholes, man. Like I had a long look. I've been pistol whipped for hours. My brain isn't working well, man.
Look what they got in the chat, bro. # make
guys,
purists great again.
Guys, you guys gotta understand something, right? I watched 6 hours of GCW in person. You think I'm okay? I'm not okay. I just watched 6 hours of GCW in person.
Guys, it's fine. He just came back from the inauguration. He's very tired.
Oh, bro, they had this reverend out there doing this fucking MLK speech. And I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Fucking JD Vance is like, he has his eyes closed, and you could tell like the way he's looking, he's feeling this speech in his soul. Trump is looking at him like he's looking at Martin, and this guy's just like, and now the day has come where God Almighty has brought us Donald Trump. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know what you got going on over there, bro. But listen, that's your business. You get me? You lost TikTok for a day, and now it's back.
Elon Musk did a Hitler salute. Elon Musk did a Hitler salute, and the news networks are like, "What a special."
You see how we did it as well, bro? We did it where he's got enough like plausible deniability. Yeah, like he's like he didn't fully do it, but he kind of did it, you know. So it was messy, bro. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what you got going on over there. Now I ain't part of it.
See, Trump 2 has different vibes than Trump 1. Trump 1, like, the media was like, this is awful, this is bullshit, this is Nazism, this is white supremacy, how dare you support him, this is not who we are, right? That was Trump 1. Trump 2, fucking Nelly's out here just like, fucking, it's getting hot, and he's and everybody's performing and shit. Everybody likes him now. He's like a baby
Snoop Dogg, bro.
I'm walking down the block as a Trump sign. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know, fucking, I'm at work. Papi, Trump. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you saying, man? But that's Trump too, right? And then I'm on fucking the news, right? I got the news on. Elon's doing Hitler salutes. It cuts back to the fucking panel. They're like, oh, my God, what a moment for our nation. I'm like, what are you? Hello? Turn around.
It's over. It's over. Pack it up.
It's over. Let's go to the super chats, Monty.
Okay, you know, I was going to do something first, but fuck it. Matt Hennessy, €20, skipping the queue, of course. Appreciate you, brother. How was Tommy End able to get out of his AEW deal? I think most expected his option years to be picked up or injury time to be added, similar to Ricky Starks and Ray Phoenix. Was it like the Andrade situation where he found a loophole? Talk to us here, Bill.
Oh, boy. How do I word this? If you are Tony Khan, and legal said that Tommy's deal is coming up. Do you want to press the injury time button? What are you pressing?
Well, yeah.
That's your answer.
Yeah, but it's like, what about the Ray Phoenix one? It's like, what's the point if you're just gonna put him in Guantanamo Bay, bro? Like,
the point is he's mad. If you noticed,
so it's like if he's like,
they took his merch off after the Penta debut. What do you think that was? Tony saw Penta go, it's not just a Netflix era, it's the Penta, El Cero Miro era. And Tony's like, fuck this shit. Boom, hit the button.
Yeah, but so you don't think something? I know we don't. Obviously, Malakai Black has had like genuinely, other than like maybe Miro, has had like the weirdest run out of all the ex-WWE guys. Yeah. He's gonna go back to he's gonna go back to WWE, and he's probably gonna be presented very well, and it's gonna be a big splash when he debuts and stuff, and the lights are gonna go out, and all the WWE fans are gonna pop, and Tony Khan's gonna be like, "Fuck those guys again." So I don't get what's the difference between Malakai Black and Ray Phoenix, other than obviously Ray Phoenix is like younger and a better worker and stuff. But I'm just talking like, if that is the reason, if that's the reason why he pressed the button for Ray Phoenix. It still applies to Malakai as well.
To be serious for a second, right?
Okay.
Malakai, this is his perspective, right? Malakai is just like quietly wanted to leave for 2 years and not made a fuss about it in recent years, whereas in his mind, Phoenix is like the evil traitor that was doing business with WWE behind his back and got the deal set up and all this other shit. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I don't agree with you, but it makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense.
Look, did you notice? How do I put this? That Penta shirt that went on sale last week, right? That wasn't made this year. Wasn't made this month. Wasn't made last month. Nigga, that graphic designer from WWE had that shit on file in like the summer.
I mean, you gotta get ahead, bro.
The game.
The
game's the game.
Like, you know what it's like, to be honest with you, bro? Look, man. You ever see those relationships where a dude breaks up with a girl, right? And he hits her with I just got a lot on my mind. You know, I got to really figure out what I'm doing right now. I got to figure myself out, right? And like, he pops out with a new girl in like a week. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Why are you calling me out, Evil? Like, that's too personal. Like, let's move on.
But it's like, you were not talking. You didn't start talking to this bitch this week. Stop. When did this get set up? You know, when did you lay this groundwork up? But that's what these new niggas do, Monty. New niggas,
But you ain't gotta tell me.
They do the paperwork for the next relationship while in the main relationship. They got the paperwork done, the merchandise made.
I've been around
the contract.
This is very triggering. Abel, stop talking.
I spent like the last 7 or 8 years of my life around dirtbags, bro. The nightlife industry is the worst for it, bro. Trust me.
Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit.
Terrible human beings, bro.
Yes.
Women,
That
niggas,
nigga Tony is
everybody,
singing
bro.
Alicia
They're
Keys
terrible.
songs right now, bro. He's like, how could you do this to me? You know?
Anyway, also skipping the queue. If you can't
You know,
tell,
maybe Tony's not wrong. Like,
No.
anyway, before Anna lashes out, $10 or more gets you to skip the queue, just like
And
struggle
it's
at
a
the
ripping up
fall.
paper like Phoenix is indicative of what all men in this fucking society do. And they start swinging.
All right, let me get this super chat out. Struggle of the Fall, 9.99. Appreciate you. Considering his history with both world champs and their number one contenders, do you think Sami Zayn could be the dark horse for winning this year's Royal Rumble?
I don't want to give people false hope, but I will say this. Take notice of the fact of two things. Number one, on last week's Raw, what seemed like a super throwaway segment was Miz pointing out to Sami Zayn, it's not like you've ever won a world title. That's number one. Number two, Kevin Owens has been narrowly avoiding running into Sami for a month now. Pay close attention every time Sami appears on SmackDown and Kevin appears. It's back to back, and there's always some weird coincidental situation that holds them back from running into each other. And Kevin on this last SmackDown, he has not named Sami by name, but he finally referenced him on SmackDown, and he referred him as my former best friend. He's in a match with Cody Rhodes at the Rumble, which is a ladder match. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying something.
But
He's just saying some things, Anna.
I'm just saying something.
He's just putting some stuff out there.
Putting some, some
yeah,
don't.
but then it has nothing to do with the Royal Rumble. Don't give people hope.
I'll say this, folks. Sami has a big promo tonight, a big angle tonight. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Things
something.
are in motion, people. That's what. That's all he's saying. You know, he's not putting a report on it. He's not putting nothing on it. He's just throwing some stuff out there, people. You know, just look out for some signals, some things. You get me? You might see something that you might not have noticed before. But anyway, let's go through these $5 super chats. Will Chisholm, $5. WWE in talks with Dr. Wagner Jr. Guess they trying to help that NXT men's division finally. Yeah, there was a report from Sports Keeda said wait, they're in talk. Yeah, I think that was just all he said, that they're in talks with him.
I'm pretty sure Featherstone straight up said that he was WWE bound, but a bunch of the Lucha Libre media had their extra reporting on the situation, which I did a lot of reading on, and they did a great job. And if you want to have some of those detailed reports, honestly, just check Lucha Blog's feed because he retweeted a lot of it and kind of gave us anecdotal information. So I'm going to simply summarize that and also add some of what I had, because guess what, folks? I spoke to Elio Del Dr. Wagner Jr. on Sunday. Best believe your boy was on Google Translate. I was like, do translate, and it would be like, it's just like let me not even.
Why did you
a lot of copy pasting going on?
A lot of copy. And then you sent me something.
Why didn't you just use your accent, Ibu? You have such a great accent. Just
And then
you should have done it to his face.
He was telling me something. I'm like, what the fuck this nigga say? Copy. Paste Spanish to English. Boop.
Anyway, like, Ibu, what came of this conversation, brother?
Well, before I do that, not a lot. It was really funny, to be honest with you. It was a lot of like, I am a luchador with like an emoji. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. You know, and it's just like
Beast.
Awesome. But here's the thing. It was reported months ago that by a lucha outlet, Monty, that he was already in talks with WWE. And that was, that's consistent with when I asked WWE about this. Like, they said that they were interested months ago, right? But there was some type of creative hang-up that was not financial based. And the people in the sphere assumed that it was something along the lines of like his lineage. He's the third Wagner. His father's Dr. Wagner Jr., his grandfather's Dr. Wagner. There might be a lineage thing, copyright thing, a name thing, a mask thing, because the Wagners have a very specific mask, right? Nevertheless, there was some type of hang-up that was not money-based that led to Wagner saying, no, I will not accept this version of this offer. No, thank you. And Luchadog surmised that based on the recent information, there's a chance that if the talks with WWE reignited and restarted, then that means that whatever was the hang up the first time maybe isn't the hang up now. And I made the tweet a couple days ago, Monty, where I said, like, hopefully it's them who cracked and caved in and not him. Like, I hate to see a situation where
100%. Yeah.
I hate to see a situation where Wagner's like, all right, fuck it, yeah, just call me, whatever the fuck, and give me a different mask. It'd be so lame. But I'll tell you this. So Wagner's in Mexico right now. He's in Mexico. Be on the lookout, unfortunately. Be on the lookout if he takes a fucking like AAA date, for example. If he takes a AAA date or like the Crash date or something like that, he's probably going to look to do an Apuestas match and do a mask versus mask match. Sometimes luchadors will do this, Monty, so that they can finally drop their mask officially and ceremonially before they go off to WWE. Santos Escobar did this at Triple Mania in 2018. He was Elio del Fantasma, lost his mask, went to WWE. What's it called? La Sombra did it in late 2015 before he went to NXT. So there's a chance that Wagner will do the same thing, drop the mask, go to WWE. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully they're just going to take him as he is, give him his whole real fucking name. He keeps the mask, goes over. So we shall see. Wagner has confirmed that he has spoke to WWE. He has confirmed the talks. And has anything been agreed to formally? I don't know. But I guess we shall see. And we'll see.
What's your feeling though? Because I think the feeling is that it's pending. I think he's going. I said this weeks ago before I even got any information. I think he's going. The question is not if he's going to WWE. In my opinion, the question is, who are we going to see in WWE? Are we seeing El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.? Are we seeing Wagner 3? Are we seeing his name being like Manuel Ramos or some shit? You know what I mean? Like what's like?
I hate the fact that they're like, oh no, this name is too like foreign for Americans, because El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. is like one of the best wrestler names of all time. I'm sorry, it's one of my favorite wrestling names of all time. It is long as like shit, the son of Dr. Wagner Jr. Like, come on, it's so hard. It's so cool, but they're gonna be like, oh no, Americans cannot say that. Oh my god, like 3 words in Spanish. Ooh, like Yoshirai was not possible to say. Like
they had to write it out how it sounds out with the Y and shit. But we'll see.
Use your brain, but yeah, they probably will change that, and that's very sad.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. But he's looking to be WWE bound. Hush 999, appreciate ya. Does the Fed even want Britt Baker? She looks Shinsuke washed. I will say it does suck. A lot of dub originals / early dub wrestlers are on bad terms with the company. Also, Joe Hendry in the Royal Rumble is stinky.
Joe Henry's really bad. So here's the deal on Britt Baker. We'll do this now.
Yeah, let's just talk. Let's just get into.
We'll do Britt Baker.
Guantanamo Bay, Britt Baker, and the rest. But Britt Baker, we'll start with.
So.
Go on.
Anna's getting all giddy, like someone's putting a plate of food in front of her.
Should we start with the report? Give some context.
All right, you do the Keller report, and then I'll
okay,
tell.
You shouldn't take me too long to find, because it's not like we tweet a million times a day or anything. So, boom, 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 boom. Here it is. Okay, so on the subject of Britt Baker, Wade Keller says she might be done with AEW. At least the feeling I'm getting from talking to people in AEW is Tony Khan might have her in the same category as some other wrestlers, where they just don't get phone calls or don't get called in to show up. There is a lot of frustration with her. I'm told, and I've heard this pretty consistently, she's wildly unpopular in the women's locker room. One person said no one ever wants to see her come back, speaking of the women's locker room. Now, that is a bold, broad statement. I could imagine somebody on the social media going, I am a women's wrestler in AEW and I want her back. Okay, fair enough. But I'm just telling you guys, somebody's perception is nobody wants her back. That's how bad it is. Somebody is willing to tell me that. There was an incident with her and MJF, and I'm told that factors into her being off television, but there are other issues with her that have come back up. She has become increasingly difficult to work with in a general sense. She has always had reputation of being difficult to work with. There was a specific situation recently, not counting the MJF situation, where people just threw their hands up. It wasn't like a huge deal, but it was enough to be some sort of straw that broke the camel's back in terms of just feeling like, you know what, we've got a strong women's division now compared to when she was on top, and we don't need to deal with her if she's going to be this difficult to work with. So that's where they are with her. And I am told that Adam Cole's situation is not stopping her. There should be no heat on Adam Cole. He has nothing to do with her not being on TV. Obviously, she has some standout moments in AEW and became a star and was seen as a centerpiece act. But even back then, I was hearing about her reputation and being unpopular in certain circles and difficult to work with and being fiercely territorial of her role in the company in a way that just felt unsustainable. And from what I'm hearing, at least the attitude right now at the moment, the belief is Tony Khan is fed up enough that he's just going to focus his TV time on others. I don't know what that means in terms of her pay and her contract, and it's possible eventually things will change. At this point in asking around, you should not expect to see her back imminently. That's Wade Keller of PW Torch.
All right,
of WrestlePurists.
Yeah. Anna, do you want to react to that, or do you want to wait till I give the follow up to this?
I give the follow up.
Okay.
What is happening?
All right, Monty. This is crazy. Do you want the good news or bad news first, Anna?
Just chronologically, bro.
God.
However feels best.
Britt Baker to WWE is very unlikely.
You've always said this, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. It has not changed. That's just unlikely. Beyond that, it's not happening anytime soon, Monty, because Britt Baker, her contract with no injury time added. If you don't add any injury time, which there is a lot of injury time to be added and will be added, her contract expires in 2026. Furthermore, I was told outright there are no plans for a release of Britt Baker. Britt Baker will not be released. Britt Baker will not be fired. I was told outright Britt Baker will probably never be fired.
She's gone. Yo. Come on, Anna. She's gone, bro. She's not even in the stream yard, bro. Like, she's gone. She's gone. She's done. It's over. She's gone, people. Like, normally when someone does a beat, they just go like backstage. You know, they're just kind of hiding. Like, Anna's gone. Like, she's gone. You know, it's over.
Do you ever to come back?
Okay. She's appeared in the stream yard. Okay.
It's gonna be okay. I
don't know. My camera looks so weird. Like I look like I'm in the Twilight Zone. What happened to my face?
I don't know.
What the fuck was that?
She's not gonna get fired. I was told she'll probably never get fired ever. Her deal expires next year, and that's without the injury time tacked on, which will be tacked on, because both WWE and AEW, they always add injury time to like 90% of deals. Beyond all of that, I asked, has Britt Baker requested a release anytime recently? And I was told no, she has not. So then, what?
You gotta be thinking she's making pretty good money as well. So
yeah,
you know,
that's a great deal. She signed a new deal. God, what was it? I think 2020. It was she signed a new deal when Adam Cole came in, and it was a great deal. It was right at the height of like her popularity and her star power. So she signed a great deal. So then the question is, what's the news here, guys? What are we talking about? So here's the news. She is not figured into any creative plans. She will not be called back to TV anytime soon. The word and the vibe is pretty much she'll never be back on TV ever. But I personally, and this is just my personal read based on how things go there, I don't believe that. I
don't believe it either, Ibu.
Yeah. Tony, so here's the deal. Britt Baker didn't become hated this year. She's been hated internally by many people in the company since like 2022. She's done things even before then that rubbed people the wrong way, but like I'm talking about widespread, man, this girl's a problem. Like, that's the energy. Like, that's been a thing for like 3 years, right? But Tony still like calls her back to do things with her. Now, the list of people that would be willing to work with her is dwindling by the month. And things happen to where it's a struggle now to even find an opponent for Britt. And that's kind of what's also hurting things now. It's like creative is hamstrung by the fact that you come up with an idea for Britt, and it's like, oh, no, she doesn't want to do something with Britt. And it's like, well, then who the fuck does? And like, yeah, there are people that will, but again, it's a short list. And that compounded with incidents that have happened as recently as when she came back has led Tony to be in a position like Keller said. Like, a lot of what Keller said was highlighted to me by like numerous people within the company, which is basically just that it's just a headache. And so would that count as Guantanamo Bay? Maybe, perhaps, because she's now in the Miro zone. She's right next to Miro and next to a lot of other people, to where one thing or another thing is the cause of people in the company feeling like you're not worth being at TV and having creative made for you. And it's different reasons for different people. But in her case, it's basically been described as a conduct-based thing and a personality thing. And so, to summarize, the TLDR, Britt isn't figured into plans. She will not be on the show. People don't think she's going to come back on the show at all. But she won't be released. There you go.
Listen, Anna, just don't get too frustrated, Anna, because the way you got to look at it is that she's not going to be on TV anytime soon and in the foreseeable future. So for now, you can skip around, you can dance, like you can let your hair down, you know. The she just always looming.
Yes, like the threat, you know. Like, I feel like I can't relax because you never know, like, a graphic can just come around the corner, you know. Britt Baker returns, and then my whole day is ruined because I know, Tony, just be fucking brave, man. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't even make sense. Like, oh, I'm not gonna release this person, but I'm not gonna use them. Like, why? She's not even a good wrestler. She's not someone like, oh, I want to keep her away from WWE. No, let her go. Like, let her fuck that up too. Like, you know, like, why? What do you gain by holding her if you're not even like using her? You know what I mean?
They feel as a company. They feel as a. It's all right, Anna. Just come here. It's okay. Just come here. Come here. It's all right. They just feel that it behooves AEW as a company to just keep her within the system.
It behooves what?
It's to their benefit that she's still with them and on their side.
What's the benefit? You're spending money on a salary like that.
Homegrown talent, man.
Literally,
hey,
anything else.
I'm gonna direct you to Rich
They're
Latta's
afraid.
Listen, he put his
They're
name
afraid
to it.
of her.
I'll direct you to Rich
She
Latta's
knows some
comment.
shit.
I'll direct you to Rich Latta's comment in the live chat, and I'll leave it at that. If you want to put that up, Monty, it ain't me. With the words,
I can't even see, you know, bro. Rich, where is it?
She knows some shit. She knows some. Oh, she did some shit.
Oh, bro, it's like Rich, like the Britt Baker HR
yeah.
and shooting interviews would be a disaster. You hear me, bro? I've been saying the same shit about. I've been saying the same shit about Jericho as well, bro. You see how his contract's coming up at the end of the year? Let him be a free agent and do talk as Jericho, bro, and see what happens. Because that'll be nasty, bro. Nasty. This would be scorched earth, though, bro. I think, you know. They'd have to get like Sean. They'd have to get Sean Oliver back.
Like, who and who wants that? You know, I'm sure AEW just feels, look, she's a headache, but let's just leave this be. Let's just leave it alone, and let's just leave it how it is.
Like, that's so much unnecessary money you're spending. You know what I mean? She's not gonna stay for like half the salary she's getting now.
Tony Khan's a billionaire, man. It's nothing to him, bro.
Yeah,
nothing.
but like
for these little petty games that he plays, like that few $100,000 or $1 million or whatever it is, like Tony Khan does not give a fuck about that
like
stuff. He's proven
pay
it time
her
and time
forever
again.
to just stay there. Like, that's the thing. Like, what the thing? Okay, that I don't get. Oh, sure, it's gonna be a disaster, whatever. They also have a lot of shit on her. If she says anything, they can say a lot of shit back. You know what I mean? Because so far we only heard like the rumblings of bad things. But if people decide to like, no, let me be honest, if she's gonna talk shit about us, we're gonna talk shit about her. It's also gonna be very bad for her. And
Yeah, but it's just
also,
a mess.
Yeah,
that nigga Tony's
the
gonna be
company
like,
the company rarely wins
the
those battles, though.
the company is already a mess anyway. Like everyone hates her. It wouldn't be just the company against her. It would be like the workers against her. You know, the wrestlers against her. It wouldn't be like Tony trying to say something with the whole fucking locker room. And also, you know, like what would make people be on AW's side if AW's product is good. If you know your product is good and you know how AW fans are, then wrestling fans in general, if the product is good, if they like the product, they're gonna defend even like the most heinous shit. And I don't think AW has done.
Someone in the chat said, "Why can't they release DMD, Chuck?" I did not say that they can't. I said that they won't. They could do whatever they wanted to. They will not release her.
All right, we need to keep it moving with
Yeah. But I'm just. Let me finish my thought. Like
Go for
people
it.
have defended the companies from like the most absurd crimes, and I really doubt that AW has done anything as bad as like WWE, for example. And people still defend that shit. You know, I don't think there's like that's just such a coward move. Like, improve your product, make sure the fans are gonna stand by you, and grow some fucking balls. Like, oh my god,
she's
let the
gone
woman
though,
go.
Anna, but this is the thing. She's not affecting
It's not
the
a
product.
thing.
She's not around.
While she is hired,
gone.
there's always the danger. The chance is always gonna be there. I want it like gone, compromised to a permanent end. Like this is not enough.
Yeah, I hear that. And if Tony wants to send her home to Guantanamo Bay, yeah, and pay her to sit at home out of his own money, out of his billions that aren't affecting me or you or anybody who's a fan, to do that and keep her off TV and try and get her to sign some NDAs so she don't go some scorched stuff when her contract runs out next year, or figure out how they're gonna add more time to it so she's in Guantanamo Bay even longer, you know. Let him do it, but like I said, Anna, you gotta enjoy it while you can, because she's not on TV now. Yeah. She's not gonna be on TV tomorrow, so
we never know, Monty. That's the thing.
I could tell this deeply affects you, Anna. You know. And I do hear a lot of what you're saying. You know? I want
to
now,
be happy, but you know,
she's out the picture, so she's not affecting the product. You know, she's
That's just see. Like I need like a good explanation why, or like Tony Khan, you better hit me up, kidnap me with events. I don't care. Give me a good explanation, or like I will be on your ass every day. Like it's over.
Okay. Guantanamo Bay. Who else is in Guantanamo Bay? Malakai Black. You just mentioned
all the Joshis.
You just mentioned how Malakai Black was able to kind of get out of his contract, which is, I think the dates are coming soon. Apparently there's some WWE talk about how they see him as a top star and stuff. You know, I was saying earlier, bro, like just how they presented Penta as a big deal and stuff like that. They'll do something very similar with Malakai, man, when he comes back. And of course, with him, he already has some good faith with the WWE audience. So it may even feel even bigger than that Penta return, you know, if they do it in the right city. Ibiv, you heard anything about Malakai to WWE? What's going on? Or AEW's feeling on him leaving? You know, like what's?
No, there's none that isn't already reported by other people.
Nothing new there.
But he's going to WWE.
He's on his way. That's another person WWE bound. So that's why he is in Guantanamo Bay. Of course, they've already changed the name of the House of Black. Like, what's it called? Like the Hounds of Hell.
The Hounds of Hell.
Yeah, man. So that's Malakai. And then Ray Phoenix, bro. You had your exclusive in the self-made, so I'm not gonna tread all over that. But you know, you wanna what's going on with Ray, bro?
What's going on with Ray?
The picture that's in the thumbnail. You get me? It's
yeah. AEW did reach out to me to basically like give their defense on why the situation is being handled the way that it's being handled, and they kind of pulled the like, there's more to it, there's reasons, it's for a reason, and they did that thing, right? Which, all right, fair. I'll say this though, and I elaborated on this deeply in the Self-Made Discord, so if you can join that if you want, but
just links in the bio. Well, description, yeah, whatever we call it on YouTube.
I'll tell you this: a lot of talent are not sympathetic towards Ray Phoenix on either side, WWE or AEW, which is interesting. A lot of people weren't. And for AEW, I think
Racism.
maybe from WWE talents, Monty, what I gathered when I heard like them talk more about it spoke more to something different that I've been noticing in general. And I spoke about it in detail, but the short version of it is essentially niggas aren't waiting for all these new hyped up AEW guys to come in and take their spot. They're not like excited about it. They're not like, oh yeah,
They never are, bro. It's the same when it was happening in AEW as well.
right. But in WWE also, like you have to really grind if you're an undercard guy to get pushed in Triple H's WWE. Like it takes forever, especially with how slow he is to tell stories and shit. Like you have to grind for fucking months, you know. And so dudes who do that, they're not trying to see the AEW guy come in and get like the rocket ship on day one, you know. So like, there's a lot of kind of sitting in catering, going like, "Damn, bro, I guess the way to get pushed is to leave and come back." Fuck, what the fuck, you know. So, a lot of that.
So okay, so that's Guantanamo Bay people: Britt Baker, Malakai Black, Ray Phoenix. Obviously, there's more people over there, but like those are the people that have got like recent reports or drama or whatever's got going on, you know. So all right, let's go back to the super chats and let's go back to these $5 ones. We got a lot, so we're gonna have to like speed through them. So if you want real scoops and shit off Ibu, you know what you have to do. You need to subscribe. You need to pay your money and get in that self-made Discord. Alright, so Anna's Assault and $5. Obafemi makes me feel like how Anna felt about Gunther in that one dream. That's a crazy super chat that we are not providing any more context for.
That was camera off, Anna. That's a different person.
Having an Obafemi dream is crazy.
Like I said, no more context. Alright. The House has spoken, $5. Got to get Megan Bain out of the GCW/Beyond Vortex. Guantanamo Bay is a better fate than Lauderdale Penitentiary. Come on.
Megan Bain took an air raid crash on the apron, and she like barely caught the apron. Most of the bump went right to the concrete floor, and I got so mad. I was like, what are you doing?
Hey man, sometimes some of these wrestlers, you know, they don't realize, you know, the talent, the asset that they are, and they surround themselves around some unfortunate influences, you know. That's all I'll say about that.
It's on TV. What are you doing?
Darren Walker, £5. The main event tonight is how Ibu got on at GCW last night. What? The main event tonight is how... Oh, okay. So you want to know how Ibu got on. Okay, we'll get to that after we get to the super chats if we can get through them. I'll ask Ibu all about Hammerstein. Did he meet any wrestlers, get any stick from fans, and favourite moments of the night? Okay, we'll get into all that, Darren, I promise. Another one from Darren. After her Dynamite debut, how do you book Megan Bain and GCW in Camden this Sunday? I'll be there. Can't wait to see her live. Yeah, so Megan Bain is wrestling in the UK this weekend. And yeah, I guess that'll be kind of like her last day for GCW for the foreseeable. Even though obviously she's still allowed to do them. Actually, I don't know. What's AEW going to be like with GCW after they've got Megan Bain finally? You know, we'll see.
Great question.
The Statlander stare off it. Go on, Anna.
Yeah. I was just going to say the same thing. Like, just book her against the Hoopers of the division, you know? Like, she's amazing. You just have to showcase that. Like, Statlander, Willow. Even I would give her a Mercedes match. Like, just, straight out of the gate, just crazy matches.
Yes.
Yeah, man. David Campbell 99. DMD getting some heat this weekend. If you're Tony and she stays with the company, what program would you book her to capitalize on the situation?
None.
Well, we know that's your answer, Anna. Okay, gun to your head, Ibu. You got to book Britt Baker in something that could actually happen. So you've got more information about who doesn't want to work with her and who does, you know. So
which makes this a very difficult question to answer.
Narrow it down to the 3 people on the roster. She's wrestling Rebel. All right, that's what
wrestling at Co or something like I don't know.
Go on, Ibu, gun to your head, bro. You gotta book one match.
Julia Hart. Like, I don't fucking know.
That would be.
It'd be pretty bad, but like
shitter.
Julia doesn't have... A lot of the girls that don't have a problem with her, like you wouldn't draw any money off this program, respectfully. So,
All right. Well, there you have it, people. Go Birds 499. He says, what Rumble surprises could you see happening? Feel like Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Jordynne Grace are a lock.
I think Randy will be involved in the Cody Rhodes match with Kevin Owens, unfortunately. AJ Styles, last I heard, is that he's really having a hard time with this injury. Jordynne Grace is coming to WWE. She's going to be in the Performance Center this week. And she's going to get some promotional like materials prepared and like take all her photo shoot pictures and all that type of stuff.
Beast.
Yeah, and surprises, say like either Becky or Charlotte. That's pretty much, yeah. I don't think they're both come back at the Rumble because they wouldn't want to share the spotlight, but like one of them would for sure.
Yeah, probably sure. Oh, I don't know. You know, who knows? Another super chatter's name I'll never say, even though they nearly caught me out last week. 499. I see no obvious opponent at Mania for Solo and Jacob at sick for each other. This would be Solo's third Mania with no match, and I think by now he should get one. You know what? With the push that he's had through over the past couple of years, there is something to that. As for this actual match, even though it's like exactly, even though it's one of them, yeah, it is 100% one of them. But do you think it would do much to elevate Jacob?
No, listen. It comes with Spear. It comes with Frankensteiner. You know what we want. You know what we want. Give me Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say in Solo Sikoa. Like, who wants that?
Like, I'm good, bro.
Ryan 699, appreciate you. Curious on your opinion of the Dorado hiring as both performer and
Dorado. This is Lindsay Dorado.
Lindsay Dorado. Oh yeah, he was on the NXT show, wasn't he? And
yeah, he's officially back. He's back.
Yeah, man. The Lindsay Dorado hiring as both a performer and a coach. Do you think this is how they'll recruit and fill up NXT going forwards?
No, they just look. He's already been kind of helping a little bit, and he's been in and out of the PC for like little things. The bottom line is, bro, the NXT men's roster is pathetic, and they need people that know how to wrestle, and they need people to help these people and teach them how to wrestle. And Lindsay Dorado is a veteran and a pro that can work, and quite simply, he will be in the PC working with these ex-basketball players and teaching them how to do Hurricane Ranas. That's all hiring it. Like Yakuza $5. I don't think there's a single person on this planet happier than Britt's downfall than Anna. Britt is over party. # we are done with the doctor.
It was a roller coaster, but at the end of the day, I'm still happy that we don't have to see her wrestling because that was just a terrorist attack. Really.
Cyan Lawrence, €5. We're happy you escaped Guantanamo Bay. Let's hope you don't end up in Polcatraz. End up in Polcatraz next. Stay vigilant. Yeah, man. We're gonna have to hire in some security, man.
I found out, Mont. You know, I found out what Triple H thinks of my impressions.
I want to know who played him for him.
I can't count that, but his it's hilarious. I'm gonna reveal this by doing an impression, but it's basically fucking Mark.
You could have guessed that though. You could have guessed that though. All right, Ryan 699 again. Announcing your first D1 lineup: Wagner, Alexander, Kaito, Inamura, Jake something, 6 college athletes.
We don't even know what the D1 is.
It's, I don't know, something to do with Neil or I don't know.
We'll see. It might be NIL, might be round robin. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows? Will Chisholm $5. I'm starting to like wrestling fans again, with them booing Hogan and the test that you are racist chants. Yeah, that was
amazing.
They're slightly less depressing than fucking regular Americans. You know, I'll tell a story right now. I was online for GCW with my brother, right? And I'll be honest, I just looked around. I just went to my brother. I said, "Look at all these fucking people." You know, just look at them. You know, and he made a good point to me. He said, "Look, man, at least their passion in life is wrestling and not like, you know, ruining the world at large. Like, look around you." And he made a good point. He basically was like, basically what he's saying is, "Are you surrounded by a lot of like cringe neckbeards? Yeah, you are. But at least they're devoting their time to wrestling and not like abusing people." And it's like, when you look at it that way, it's like, yeah, I guess
There
so.
you go, man.
There you go.
USA. Yeah.
I guess.
Anyway, Mr. 00499, you have my condolences for having to go to that show in a snowstorm. Also, any idea what the women's and TBS title matches are for All in Texas?
No. I know what Mercedes wants, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, that's happening.
I would love it. The TBS
Anyway.
match should be the
That's
triple
100%
threat with
happening.
Statlander and Willow. But yeah.
Father Papo 499. Next Britt Baker to head to the Fed, beat Julia for the NXT title, drop it, and then money's in the bank. Money in the bank and cash in. Alright, bro. That's getting pulled.
I would jump off out a window live on the podcast.
I
That
will
would be-
say,
yeah.
if Britt Baker versus Julia ever happened, and I hope you know that your government mandated to like be on the channel and do a live reaction.
I would pray for Julia to give her like a shoot headbutt, to the level like the Shibata level that they have to remove like Britt Baker's brain from her head. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I just shoot headbutt, please.
Dunno 499. Is Guantanamo Bay the greatest thing that Bischoff has ever given to pro wrestling? Also, shout out PCO. Wild Beast.
It's better. It's better than the NWO.
FBI 499. Guantanamo Bay is requesting the appearance of Ibu's brothers. Of the Ibu brothers, you know. The Niang. Will Chisholm $5. Why do I have a feeling that with Bailey on Raw, somehow they are going to put Bailey back with Damage Control, but as a babyface?
Why do I feel like? I don't. That'd be kind of bad storytelling. I think what they should do is they should address Io and Bailey's dynamic now that they're back on the same show. I'd like to see them wrestle each other again. I think that a WrestleMania rematch would be nice, and I think that is happening. So there you go. I don't think they'll outright reunite and be full on group. They might find themselves in a situation where they have to team up, but I don't think it's gonna be a reunion.
Yeah, full on like Damage Control.
Yeah,
I'm with you. Legends back €5.99. Shout out to Queen WrestlePurists First Lady Israel for putting Unk Ibu on his place. Get owned.
She's kind of trended a bit today, Monty. I don't know if you saw, but like Monet Updates, which is one of my favorite accounts now. Monet Updates is like becoming WrestlePurists filled. It's a Mercedes account. They just started like watching like WrestlePurists videos for like Mercedes updates, and now she's like just going back and watching old WrestlePurists videos, and it's killing me. She's posting like old clips and shit, and I'm just howling. We were wild kids, Monty. We were just wild kids on here. Like we were just saying anything, like.
Israel needs to come back.
That's the beauty, bro.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, maybe she will come back. Hint.
What is it? Money Updates? What is the account?
Monet Updates. I believe that's the name of the account. Yeah, they just post like moments from 2023 WrestlePurists. It's so funny. I was so young.
About Mercedes.
Initially, like Monet Updates basically would just post clips from any podcast that had Mercedes news. But she just started like watching WrestlePurists videos and just posting funny clips.
Custodian Lexus King 499. Do you guys think it would be considered?
Did you see what my brother wrote? I said I was so young. He wrote, "You're 30."
He's got a point, bro. Anyway, we finish these super chats, man. Damn. Custodian Lexus King 499. You guys think it would be considered ethical if AEW/WWE would tell wrestlers, if you want your release, buy out the rest of your contract, pay to leave? No, it would not be considered ethical.
That is crazy. Crazy.
Wait, I think that's one of those things that he typed it and he didn't read it out loud. Because when I was reading that out loud, I was like, bro, what are you talking about? Is that ethical? Like,
that doesn't even make sense, because it's like, it's not like you're giving money back. That was money that you haven't even gotten yet. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like for example, let's say Seth Rollins, right, had a year left on his deal, and Hunter said, "You can leave if you give us $6 million right now." It's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Anyway, Terry Gordon 499. Any updates on Asuka? Maybe a potential comeback at the Rumble? I guess her name's been thrown around, but I've not heard anything.
Nah, I won't say nothing. I'm not gonna say anything.
Super Chatter's name I'll never say, $5. Do you guys have any predictions for Bianca after the Stuff with Jade and Naomi ends this year?
Yeah, she's gonna work Charlotte.
Ooh.
Finally, let's fucking go.
Yeah, I just want to see Bianca work Charlotte because I still want to see her work like a big match with Charlotte. I still want to watch her, and I want to watch the big match with Rhea. You know, so
She was supposed to work Charlotte last year. The injury happened. Charlotte's coming back now. She had meetings and conversations with WWE about her incoming creative. And she basically was like, so we're doing the Bianca match, right? And they had to like explain her what's been happening on the TV because she doesn't watch it. And like,
So beast.
they're
So
like-
beast.
yeah, they're like, so we're doing a thing with Jade and her and all that. And she's basically like, yeah, so anyway, can I work Bianca? And they're like, we want you to work this person. And she's kind of like, all right, I guess, you know. And she basically gave them conditions of like things that she would like about that thing if she's gonna do that thing. Basically, is what I'll say.
oh, brother, we're coming for number 15, 16, and 17. Anyway, Will Chisholm, $5. TK saw Thunder Rose a top 3 dream matches, all WWE women, and said, "Okay, I'll get Britt Baker out of here alone."
Priorities.
Kat Conley, $5. This is for Anna specifically.
That's bullshit.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
A
You're
white
both gonna
brownie,
take like 70% of that. But
Yeah, I'm taking like
a white brownie, $5. Who cares about Britt Baker? Let Anna cook with her movie reviews. Damn it.
beast.
Guys, you can follow me on Letterboxd. It's the same username as Twitter.
Get on it, get onto it, people. Top level reviews, you know. Yuzura Hart, $5. Appreciate it. As always, how far can a talent refuse to work with someone? At some point, doesn't Khan say, quote, too bad and make a program? Thinking on Hater and Miro, for example. Bro, here's the thing, yeah. That is how it should be, but obviously in AEW, talent are just allowed to just be like, I don't want to work with this person, I don't want to work with that person, and, you know, it's just... I'm sure sometimes Tony... I'm sure there has been instances where Tony's been like, you know, fuck that, you're working with him, you know? And I'm sure there's been instances where he's completely rolled over, bro, you know? But,
Tony hasn't forced people to work with... Force is a strong word, because people have free will, and they could walk out of any job. But he hasn't basically, like, strongly really... pushed people to work with people they don't like since 2022 because in his mind that's what caused Brawl Out. That general
man's traumatized.
It's traumatized.
yes, that's why now if he hears someone going, I don't like him, Tony's like, oh, no problem, man. Yeah, no, it's good. No problem.
Exactly. So
because he was getting a lot of, I don't know about that Hangman guy. I don't know, Tony. Tony's like, no, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. People are gonna love this program. I don't know, man. You know. So there you go.
Okay. Will Chisholm, $4. Britt's going to ask Punk, you want to start a podcast and talk about Tony Khan? Lol. Come on, man.
I don't
think he will want to do that.
Trixie, $4.99. Every time Penta wins, that's 2 more months to Phoenix. Heartbroken.
Well, Penta's gonna work Pete Dunne tonight, and
Nice.
yeah,
These are some good matches they're laying up for him now.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
look-
not get too carried away. You know.
come on, man.
Hey,
They're gonna have
hey.
a good. They're gonna have a good.
Anyway,
Come
Andrew
on.
Brown, $5.
Some real
People think AEW versus WWE is exhausting. Wait until they learn about NFL versus AFL. Yeah, we're not doing that right now, bro. Go Birds, $4.99. Up the Charles Monty, absolutely, and thank you for Barkley, bro.
Fuck you.
Will Chisholm, $5. How long before Triple H calls Sarita and asks her to come back and say, I'm sorry for what Vince and Johnny Ace did to her in NXT, lol?
Why would you speak that evil into like the universe?
It's quite
I hope that she's smarter than that. Like she's
gonna have a big day on Wednesday when she sees the WrestlePurists Awards.
Actually no, I won't say anything. I won't say.
Abraham Chagoya, $4.99. I hope I didn't botch that, brother. What's the word on Wardlow? Is he still injured or is he someone that's done being on TV? He's another one in Guantanamo Bay, but
No, he's not in Guantanamo. He's not in Guantanamo.
But he is, because where is he? Like, that's what it is,
not-
isn't it? It's
no,
like
no.
people called it Polkatraz when Dragon Lee's just on speed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, it just means they're gone. We don't know when they're coming back.
The actual people that are shoot in Polkatraz are like Giovanni Vinci. Like Vinci's in Polkatraz. He's in Polkatraz.
Oh, I mean, that's what you get for trying to fuck the girlfriend of your friend. You know, like,
Anyway,
hey.
thank you, Abraham Chagoya, $4.99 for the super
I thought
chat.
that was public information.
Wardlow is hurt allegedly, and that's the deal with that. Thank you for the super chat.
He's still hurt.
Allegedly.
Damn.
Someone said, "Let Anna speak."
No, we're not doing that.
I thought that was public information.
Anna, just shut up. Okay? Like, you've done enough, alright? Okay, now we're gonna speed run these because there's $2 super chats and we've got like fucking 30 of them and 20 minutes of podcast to do. Anjan PN $2. Dentist dead. Hashtag it comes with a toothbrush. Alright, bro. The final boss, $1.99, gets a Brit action figure. He's stuck in the attic. Janvid or $2 Canadian, self-made, where you realise wrestlers are psychotic. Absolutely. Subscribe, people. And Jan PN, $2. Over under 5 sandbag spots in DMD versus Charlotte Flair. Hashtag bucket triple K.
Oh my god.
Nah,
that would be the point beautiful time.
There would be a mutual respect. Tom, £2. £2 for the Gumpfaguna.
Ain't me.
Thank you.
Ish $1.99. Triple H's thoughts on Swerve.
He thinks he's very talented and tried to get him twice in this current tenure.
I saw a TikTok edit. I know I said I was flying through these. I saw a TikTok edit the other day, yeah, and it was like it started with, like the promo where like NXT take over like SmackDown or Raw, whatever show it was, when they were doing like the three-way Survivor Series, and Triple H gets in the ring and he does that whole promo and he's like, "We are NXT." Swerve is the guy right next to him, bro. Like it's crazy to see now. Like,
yeah,
after everything, after how his WWE run kind of fizzled out and he went to AEW and now he's like a world champion level star, So it was weird seeing that. But yeah, bro, Triple H rates Swerve, don't he? So
yeah, he wanted him. Tried twice to get him and didn't work.
Snitched on.
Max Caster
can't say that word. But,
Max Caster quote tweeted there's a post that says, "Give your honest opinion of Tessa Blanchard." He quoted and wrote, "Great wrestler."
Oh, you piece of shit, bro. Johnny Burney, $1.99. What were some of Malakai's plans or ideas for Julia? Bro, you can't be asking that for $1.99. Get in the self-made Discord, brother. Berserk, $2. Santana with a hero's welcome, but Moose is champ. Yeah, Moose is absolutely wank, bro. He's someone that I will happily just bury on the air. Like, he's just awful, bro. Like, fuck that guy, man. Good day, $2. Is Roxanne versus Bailey planned for WrestleMania or isn't Stand and Deliver?
Like that? Oh.
I'd assume so.
So here's the deal. Bailey is telling them like outwardly. She's been bothering them for like all month. She's literally told them like, "Yo, I don't ask for a lot. I really fucking don't. I've been working the same fucking people for like 3 months. I want Roxanne at Mania." And Dave hit her with,
"We'll see what we can do."
Yeah, hit with we're working on it. We're working on it. But I don't know, man. She's gonna be on NXT this week, and it's just like it's making me kind of nervous. They about to do this on Sean's show, and I don't want to see it on Sean's show. I want to see it on.
Well, they did the angle, but I don't. If it's on Stand and Deliver, then cool. But obviously, it shouldn't be in the PC, and I don't think it will be. So, Danny Quang, $5. Plans for Anthony Bones as a singles. We hurt people, perhaps. Don't you think it'd be real quick?
I've heard about the Bowens plans upcoming, and they're not Hurt Business oriented as far as I know.
Fair enough. Hush 199. Ibu, how does it feel to be a cool 44 years old? Come on, man.
I'll tell you what. I think I'm going to be in my DILF era when I do hit 44. I feel like
All right, bro. Stop. Bob the Builder. Fuck Air Gold. Yeah, man, bro. I was talking snitches, bro. Air Gold.
I
fuck them.
I don't understand why he's doing what he's doing. I just don't understand. I don't understand.
Straight up loser behavior, bro. I always like.
I don't know what that is.
I I always tell people, like, you see other people in like the community and media and stuff, like, try not to beef with them because obviously we don't want to be seen as like mad confrontational as WrestlePurists, you know. But like when it comes to people like that who are just like fucking idiots, and it's like when they're kind of like stepping on the toes of self-made and that as well, it's like fuck them, like
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here, bro.
I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. I don't know why he's doing.
Will Chisholm $5. If Stephanie Vaquer wins the North American title, do they do Julia versus her for the title versus title at Stand and Deliver? I don't think so.
I wouldn't like that. No.
I don't think Stephanie's winning the North American Championship.
Kim, aka Big K 499. Shout out to Big Boo and subscribe to my fave Discord channel, Self-Made. Joe Hendry versus Cena at his retirement match? ? Let's fucking go. Prayer emojis.
Oh.
Come on, bro. I love how it's got the black prayer emoji hand. It's the anyway, Johnny Burney 199. He'll be watching Eagles /com for Guantanamo. Damn. I'm not following.
You were watching Eagles Commanders from Guantanamo.
Commanders.
No, I hate both teams. I especially hate the Eagles. And I was not watching football in Guantanamo. I was getting pistol whipped.
Get your fingers snapped and shit. It was nasty, bro. Scott $2.79. Jim Oos. Big Jim. Born a King. Legend Rider $2. Where does hashtag Punk Camp stand on DMD these days?
Where does I don't Punk has interesting views on many people from W days.
You know, let's just leave it at that. Hush 199. Saturday night's main event is looking sick. Need Jesse on the call. Yeah, man. They need to do more.
Happening if Hulk Hogan's doing the show.
Bro, it's like that clip that they saw that shit that got clipped from mine and Joe's show like 2 weeks ago. Man, it's like we need more bullshit on Saturday night's main event, like backstage promos, live interviews. I need Jesse interviewing a few people if he's not going to be at the commentary desk all night. You know, just like I just need horse shit. Like Saturday night main event is not meant to just be match like an AEW pay-per-view. Like what the fuck was that the other week, bro? Like, so let's do a real Saturday night main event this time. You know, Phantom FTW $2. Britt's last words on AEW TV: "Quote Nobody cares." Amen.
So poetic.
Anjan PN $2. More dangerous right now, Guantanamo or Polkatraz? Guantanamo's dangerous, bro. That's
so many
I'm saying Guantanamo is the most dangerous, bro. Polkatraz is like
Palcatraz is more dangerous if you're like Latino. Guantanamo is just dangerous for everyone, you know. They don't discriminate.
That's a good point.
Look up Ray Phoenix in the basement, bro. It's crazy. I don't know, man. Andrade had to like talk to 12 lawyers to get out of his deal. Like, I don't know, man. To be fair, Andrade wasn't even in Guantanamo. Like, he was still on TV and shit. That's what I mean. Tony Khan's weird, bro. He handles everyone so like. There's no consistency, man. There's no like system to the way he does shit. Anyway, Bibba Max for $2. We don't have an announced Pittsburgh taping. Hashtag we save for now. Zion Burks $1.99. TK is a coward. We're doomed, and I'm crashing out.
Real.
Anna's burner and Jan PN $2. So, is Jericho a future Guantanamo resident? I doubt it. He's got too much power, sadly. You know, unless Tony can get him to sign some NDAs.
It's up to Tony Khan if he wants to pull the trigger and move on at the end of the year, and that'll be up to Tony.
Sprouts
I was gonna say. Chris Jericho, there's a chance Chris Jericho ends his AEW run at the end of the year, but that's totally up to Tony.
You mean Jericho? Or Tony?
Yeah. Wait, what?
He said it's totally up to Jericho, Tony.
It's up to Tony.
Because at first you was like, if Jericho wants to continue, then it's like, it's up to Tony.
No. Tony controls his fate.
There we go.
If it's up to Chris will wrestle in AEW forever if it's up to him. It's not up to him.
Sprouts.
He will definitely wrestle forever.
Sprouts $1.99. Who was getting these oral exams, Chuck?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Crazy shit. And that's the sort of $2. Anna is right to be paranoid of white women. Alright.
They're interesting people.
I've been through this, you know.
Josh Tofu $1.99 Guantanamo Bay or Polktras. Literally second time we've had that super chat. GK $1.99. It's all Punk's fault for calling DMD a fourth pillar.
Yes, he cannot come away clean of this. You're like, oh, I don't have any opinions. No, that's your fault.
Funny stuff, £2. Quote, where's the bodies at, Chuck? Come on, man.
I don't know.
Josh Tofu $1.99. Will Ilya pull an 08 Cena?
He's a sick fuck. He was in the PC with no brace. He has no knee brace on.
It's been a while though now.
No.
So we can't. How long has it been, bro?
Monty, it's been like about 4 months. An ACL tear is 8 to 12 months. And
Okay, fair enough.
So, and
I thought we was talking like 6-7 months.
And then I asked around, and I got using the PC just like doing crazy workouts. I'm like, what the fuck? And like he's just like, Monty, he's like jumping and running and lifting and shit, and like.
So man, he's in good shape. He's young and he's a fucking psycho, bro. So
and
these things add up. You know?
Someone told me the funniest shit. They're like, that dude's such a tryhard, bro. He's like yelling and shit while he's working out, and I'm like, come on, man.
I'll never forget. Like, I won't fully out your source or anything, but I'll never forget. Yeah, he was talking to someone from NXT and he was asking him about Ilya, and they were like really like seriously telling you like, bro. You see that guy that you see on TV, like, it's not that far off what he's really like, you know, like, he's just craving, like, after his matches, he's in the back, and he's just, like, grabbing people and shit.
Yeah. Oh, my God. There was, like, someone was telling me that, like, once, like, it was during NXT days, but, like, he's in the locker room just kind of, like, pacing and, like, rocking back and forth and shit, and, like, flexing his, like, you know what the thing Brock used to do with his, like, trap muscles where you kind of flex them forward over and over again? He's doing that and shit. And like before the match starts, he's like bangs the locker and he's just like, ah! And he just fucking goes out there. It's like, all right, man.
Hell yeah.
He's an animal, bro. Marcus Sido $1.99. How would you book Moxley in WWE if he returned? Bro, we're not going there. That's nasty business. Dean Ambrose, ours. The final boss $1.99. I'd have Solo beat Seth at Mania, taking it all. Come on, man.
Let's not dignify this.
Boney $2. Britt to stardom in 2 years.
Let's not dignify this one. I mean, with the way the start is going, should be a perfect number of hate, but you know, the Tekla tag team, crazy.
A key for $2. Any idea how many matches we're seeing her this year? I don't have an idea. I don't know if VB does.
I'm gonna say 17.
Including house shows, yeah?
I don't know.
That's got to be including his house shows, bro. There's no way we're getting 17 televised Cena matches this year, in my opinion. Danny Quang, $5. Any news on Kevin Knight? I think he would be a great pickup for WWE for NXT or for AEW as a fourth member for the Hurt Syndicate. He's a very talented guy. Very, very talented guy. Haven't heard anything about him, though. Ibu?
He just wants to get spayed.
Respect. Black Yakuza, $94, $5. Being a top WWE babyface means doing crazy shit in injury. Cena did, Cody did, and now Ilya is like, I can do that too. What a beast. Yeah.
So he's trying to. He's trying to like make the Rumble for the Aura, and people are like, dude, just take it easy, man.
Hey, man.
No, Monty, that's a really bad idea.
Bro, listen. If he takes the scan, if he gets cleared, he gets cleared, fam.
But here's the thing, Monty. There's like after you get cleared with your knee injury with an ACL, like it's months of strength training that's done afterwards.
Yeah, we're talking about Ilya, bro. I know all this. You gotta do PT. You got physiotherapy, and it's a hard time, and you can't rush back. But listen, bro, some niggas are just built different, Ibu.
Monty. I'm telling you for a fact. Every wrestler historically that has prematurely come back from an ACL injury has like ended their career.
No,
that's
there you go. That's not real. Fake news. On inauguration
They're not
day,
either, though.
on MLK Day, Ibu's out here pushing fake news, trying to step on our dreams. Our European dream. Ibu just hates Europeans, bro. It's nasty. Anyway,
He doesn't want me to be happy because if he comes back, he's gonna be in the European tour and I'm gonna see him live. But Ibu hates me, so you know.
He's a nasty guy, bro.
He's there like in Triple H's year, be like, don't, you know.
Bro, he's a nasty guy.
You guys are gonna encourage this man on one leg to come back and fight Gunther because let's be real. That's
he's
what wants to
different.
Elio wants to show he's an animal, right? And he sees
because he is, boo.
You know what happened?
You don't know him.
Can I be honest? You know what happened? I think the writer whispered to him like, "Yo, we haven't fully locked in Gunther's Mania match," and he was like, "It is my time." He's like fucking going crazy.
It's Super Saiyan.
And he's just,
Listen, bro, you just gotta let.
It is my destiny to fight Gunther.
You see those unique lunatics, bro. You just gotta let him cook, bro. Just let him be bro. If the scan comes back clean, I want to see him in that Rumble, fam. No knee brace. We're going in Raw. You get me? Anyway, Mazon 84, 199. Tessa, Britt, Charlotte. Difficult White Women's Day. Well, come on, bro. Charlotte's not on that level, man. Charlotte's not on that level. Charlotte's not on that level. Then Britt's not on Tessa's level. So this is just nasty. This is just nasty on all levels.
I will say there's one bad wrestler out of those three named.
I mean, bro, listen. Redacted isn't a shit. She's not a shitter, you know, but we call her Redacted. Patrick the Heel, 199. Shot to win the North American Championship. No. Goldberg's 499. It's funny that every time someone leaves AEW, they were, quote, bad for the locker room. It's a funny coincidence how that pops up, you know. Wrestling Nate's finest 199. Still haven't recovered from the Dwayne business, man. Neither have I, bro, but I'm just pushing it. I'm just like suppressing it in the back of my mind, so. That's just how you deal with things, you know. Then you lash out at your loved ones, and it's you know, it's just how you deal with shit in life. Match 184, 199. What is the best Tanner match not involving Okada?
Depends on who
There's there's loads, bro.
His G1 match with Ibushi in 2019 was incredible. His Kenny Omega match before Kenny left to AEW was amazing. His matches with Naito were amazing. He has some matches with Togi Makabe and Satoshi Kojima at the beginning of the 2010s that are incredible. Brother, Okada is not the only guy that he was a great dance partner to. Tanahashi is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
But Yakuza $94. Ilya is here for a good time, not a long time. Amen.
That man is going to be retired in 4 years if he comes back at the Rumble.
Amen.
It's gonna be a great
Jumanji, or he becomes a legend, you know. Or he becomes a legend, you know. Jumanji Hunt $2. Ilya Rumble win versus Gunny Mania. Rumble win versus Gunny Mania main event cinema. That shit would not main event. But,
he so badly wants to grab the mic and be like,
"You would in my dreams," but
they told me I had.
Anyway, Ibu's mic cut out then, or was it just me?
I thought it was on purpose.
Ibu said, he's getting called. Ibu, the black fans are pulling up on Ibu again, bro. And I can't even ask him about I can't even ask him like I promised the people. Like Canadian Zebra is asking in his $6.90 super chat. That's a weird number. But $6.90 super chat. How was the people versus GCW Ibu? Because obviously Ibu was there. He was there live at Hammerstein. He was with his little bro as well. So I was just gonna ask him for the last 5 minutes how all that shit was going, you know? How
in the last 5 minutes, like he can hang up the call and be like, "Hey, I'll call you in 5." Like who's
he's
that?
Nasty,
important?
bro. The way you want it is. You see WrestlePurists. He's too comfy over here, bro. You know, because he's a big drawer over here. You see, like over on Fightful, he knows he has to act correct because, like, you know, the way that his deal's set up, and you know, if you don't act correct, he just don't get his check. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Obviously,
do you think if he was in the Fightful podcast, he would just like go off because someone called him? No,
it's nasty, bro. It's nasty. All right, Ibu. He's back now. Ibu. We know you've already.
I need to retire, dude. I need to
listen, bro. Listen. We've got 5 minutes, bro. And I gotta ask you about your weekend. I gotta ask you about Hammerstein Ballroom. I gotta ask you about GCW.
Okay.
The people versus GCW. So talk to us, man. What was the experience? Did anybody run up on you about Jay White again this time? Did you meet any wrestlers or anything? Did you meet any interesting people? Did Brett Lauderdale try to give you a ticket? What's going on in terms of
Me and my brother were going to the line, right? And we see it, and I was like, we came way too early, dude. and I didn't want to get recognized. So I did that thing where like you put your hoodie on and then you pull the strings to like make the hoodie like tighten up on your head. You know what I mean? And he was like, my brother was like, who do you think you are, bro? And I was like, I'm just saying. But I recognized like a bunch of Twitter people as I'm walking by them and shit. It was very, very fucking cold. I get in the building and I was very low key this time. I was very low key and I was up on the balcony and I'm watching the show. And I got to say, Monty, some of the best wrestling on the show was in the pre-show. There was a scramble match that I refused to open cage match to remind myself who was in it. But WWE ID's Marcus Mathers was one of the people. He looked very good. Rich Swann was there, and he looked good, honestly. He looked good. Blake Christian was hilarious. He came out to that fucking Jack Harlow song. My brother was like, "Oh, people hate this guy. He's kind of good." I was like, but he did do well in the scramble. There was a couple other guys, but that was actually pretty fun. There was a battle royal in the pre-show that honestly was like really funny and entertaining. And I didn't have a bad time watching that. And then the show opens up with the unification match, this ladder match unifying the GCW Ultraviolet Championship and a GCW Extreme Championship. I asked my brother, why is there an Extreme Championship and an Ultraviolet Championship? What is the difference? But nevertheless, it's being unified. And then this match had a bunch of fucking guys. It had like Drew Parker, Ciclope, who was a WCW luchador, Rina Yamashita, Maki Ito, and a couple other people. And I got to be honest.
Wild time, bro.
So the MVP of the match are the referees that were holding the ladders, because these are very janky, like real life ladders, not wrestling ladders. And so every spot you see them like the camera doesn't show them, but they're like holding that shit for dear life. And I'm getting real fucking nervous. But the point is, this was like really thrilling and dangerous. And quite frankly, that was the most I've felt anything in my soul for a ladder match in a while, just because it was so like just dangerous. Yeah, some crazy ass fucking bumps. I did have a good time with that. Other than that, I thought the show was largely poor.
There was a couple unctions that I need to ask you about.
Okay.
The New York OGs, bro. You know, we had the New York OGs out there.
Yeah, Homicide clearly has CTE now. And Alley Catch got hurt, and so they went to check on her. Everybody thought it was a work, and then it was like, it's not a work. And we were like, wait, what? And so she goes to the back, and the New York OGs come out. It's Grim Reaper, that is Homicide, and that's Amazing Red. And then the heels come out, and it's Kerry Morton and some other fucking
Kerry
dude.
Morton cuts the longest promo.
Yeah. So we find out very quickly that they told him to just waste time. So he cuts a very long promo, and then Homicide is just kind of like, "Hey, come here, motherfucker. Okay, we gonna fight you, motherfucker. Like, we gonna do this now. Well, fuck this shit. It's GC Dub." You know? And I'm like, all right, cool. Homicide, do your thing. And then, right when the match is about to ring, we find out
some of the best bit, bro.
Which was
what's his name again? Julius Smoke jumped on the mic before the match started and said the word cracker about 50 times, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. I tried to start a cracker chant, but didn't take off in the GCW thing. Yeah. People were just kind of like, "Hey, man, that's not nice." But long delay. I'm very annoyed at this point. I'm checking my watch. It's like 10 p.m. I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? There's a blizzard outside. We're in match number 3. And like they're just fucking around. Homicide gets sick of all this shit, so he just goes to the crowd. He starts like talking to girls in the crowd and shit like that, just hanging out. And I'm like, bro, you gotta start the match. You know what I mean? And we find out that the athletic commission won't clear us. Homicide gets back on the mic and he was just like, "Hey, fuck the athletic commission, you heard? Hey, everybody, ring the bell, ring." And so we chant, "Ring the bell." They don't ring the bell because the athletic commission won't clear the fucking show. So we're just sitting around. I'm like, this is bullshit. Everybody goes to buy drinks. Like, everyone in the crowd just goes to buy drinks at this point. They come back. Homicide is literally like talking to somebody. And then like they find out that the match is started finally, but all the talent weren't notified. The bell rings. Homicide, like someone has to tell Homicide, like, "Yo, your match started." And he's like, "Oh shit!" And he like runs from the crowd into the apron. But that was amusing. Ricky Morton comes in and does a Canadian Destroyer, so yay. Other than that, the ECW legends were awesome on this show. The GCW wrestlers were largely very bad. A lot of the matches were just not very good. And I wasn't into the GCW lore angles. Like, a lot of them just didn't work for me. And the main event,
insane video packages on that show, bro.
Yeah. So the main event ended up being Effie and Mance Warner. I like Mance. I'm cool with Mance.
Mm-hmm.
He faced Effie, who won a title shot earlier in the night. Actually, I'll end on this. So I told my brother after Masato Tanaka versus Janela, I was like, okay, cool. It's nice to see Tanaka, right? I told my brother, I said, we're gonna leave after we find out who the surprise opponent is for Matt Cardona. And people around me like, is it Ricky Starks? Maybe it's Ricky Starks. Oh my God, it's gonna be Ricky Starks. It's gonna be Ricky Starks. And then the Titantron comes up and it's like, voices in the air, hear it loud and clear, and I need to listen. And then it shows a guy. I'm like, who is this? And some guy walks out and everybody's like, who the fuck is this? And then they're like, Tommy Invincible. I was like, what the fuck? And I look at my brother. He looks at me. I said, we out? And so we start walking, right? And then Cardona beats him quick. I said, no, it's an angle. It's an angle. So he beats him. And he's like, fuck this shit, Brett. I said I wanted competition. I want a real fucking opponent. I'm like, all right. Ricky Starks time. Let's go. And then like Micro Man comes out. And like this like 1 foot tall like Mexican man runs out. And it's like, it's Micro Man. I was like, what the fuck? And like Cardona beats him immediately. And I'm like, all right. Who the fuck is it? Can we get on with it? And then like Jimmy Lloyd's theme plays because Jimmy Lloyd is fucking his stooge. If you don't know who Jimmy Lloyd is, I can't even begin to describe him to you. But the crowd goes, Jimmy fucking Lloyd, Jimmy fucking Lloyd. Cardona turns around like because his stooge is turning on him, and the guy does the fucking leg lariat thingy. And I was like, fuck this shit. So I left. I was watching the rest of the show on my phone in the Selfmade Discord, and I watched the Effie versus Mance Warner match, which, to be honest with you, I think was one of the worst matches I've seen this decade. I went 0 stars on the WrestlePurists spreadsheet, but I will say this: I don't regret going to the show. The reason I don't regret going to the show is because I got to see Tajiri, Super Crazy, and Little Guido do their fucking thing, and I got to watch Super Crazy in his 50s do a balcony moonsault, which is awesome. And I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That rocked. And I don't know what it says about GCW that a bunch of 50-year-old gray-haired ECW guys were the best thing on the show. But I was glad that I got to see that. So that's my Hammerstein experience.
Yeah, man. Good shit, bro. I'm happy you was happy to go there. Cause it was always, you was never going there for like a good show. You know? So it's just be at Hammerstein. At least you got some ECW nostalgia pops.
The music was good too.
Yeah, exactly. You get me. So I'm happy you had a good time, brother. Like 2 super chats, and we're wrapping it up real quick. Andrew 199 Gringo Loco gave Ibu a swirly and stole his lunch money.
Not this time.
Streets are saying this, bro. Ricky Wardy 199. Why does Micro Man move better than Punk? All right, bro. Okay.
Where's the lie?
All right, quick plugs. The WrestlePurists Awards, the results are dropping on Wednesday. Me and Joe are doing a stream on Wednesday, so we might tie it in and make it like the WrestlePurists Awards show. See what we might just book everyone we can. You know, if Ibu's free for 20 minutes, pop in. Anna, the same. Charlie, AO, all of them. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, the Raw review tomorrow with Ibu and Rob. Obviously, Ibu's doing his Fightful review as well, the immediate post show after Raw finishes. Late Night Green Gold and Self-Made Patreon Discord links are in the description to this video, so make sure you get into those as well. And yeah, man, obviously like, follow, appreciate all the super chats, subscribe, all that good stuff. And like I said, Wednesday WrestlePurists Awards. Maybe some controversial ones, you know, some funny results, because obviously we tweet the whole like top 5 and the percentage that they got, so who finishes bottom and stuff is usually like quite funny, you know. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that goes.
Excited for one in particular.
Oh boy, we've the past 2 years we've done it. We've broke wrestling Twitter both times, so that'll probably happen again. So please don't attack us. These are who you voted for. So yeah, man. All that good stuff. Like I said, like, subscribe. Appreciate all the super chats, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.